in high definition. From the Breaking News and Weather Authority, this is News 10 at 11.
Good evening, I'm Brian Johnson. President Obama traveled to Aurora, Colorado today to visit with the victims of Friday morning's shooting that left 12 dead and 58 wounded. The city of Aurora held a community prayer vigil at 8:30. Jay Gray has more.
In Aurora, Colorado, Jay Gray, News 10.
The Colorado shootings have left people shaken everywhere in the country, and now for Lansing, the extension of the damage is hitting even closer to home. This is 24-year-old Jessica Gowie. She was born in Lansing and lived in the area shortly before moving to Texas and then Colorado. Her brother says she was a fiery redhead, extremely passionate about everything she did, including her work as an aspiring sports reporter.
I'm not going to right now. It's sadness.
Gowie's brother said that she might still be alive today had she remained quiet and close to the ground instead of trying to get a call out to 911. The statue of Coach Joe Paterno has been removed from its place outside the football stadium at Penn State. Early Sunday morning, a work crew used forklifts to remove the 7-foot, 900-pound statue. A covered fence blocked the view from the sidewalk as about 100 people watched from across the street. The removal comes after a report found Paterno and the school officials concealed child abuse claims against Jerry Sandusky. The NCAA sanctions against Penn State will be announced tomorrow. Once again, we had a pretty hot day outside, but is this going to be a streak? Laura Hartman has your first check of the weather.
Hey Brian, it looks like we're seeing those temperatures and what you can expect for later on in the week. Brian?
All right, thanks Laura. New at 11, the rollover accident on Eaton Road was 4 teens driving a stolen black SUV. They had been shooting a pellet gun at a Lansing State Journal delivery man around 5 this morning. The delivery driver thought they had a real gun and followed them while on the phone with 911. The 4 teens crashed the SUV on Eaton while trying to escape police. 2 teens were sent to the hospital. All 4 were taken into custody. The 4 teens had a spree of incidents since stealing the car. Police also received reports of similar shots being fired earlier that morning.
Yes, as it turned out, it was an airsoft pistol, could possibly be one and the same.
The other shots fired during the morning were on Mount Hope at Aurelius Road in Lansing. However, they do not know if it was the teens as of now. The black SUV was totaled in the accident and the owner has been notified. Police are still investigating to find out what exactly happened. A 27-year-old man died after being ejected from his vehicle this morning. The one-vehicle accident happened on southbound Cedar Street near I-496 around 2:30. The SUV flipped over and landed about 20 feet up an embankment. There were 2 other passengers who sustained minor injuries. Southbound Cedar near Kalamazoo was closed for several hours for an investigation, but is now open. Police say speed and alcohol were factors. The man killed while crossing I-96 on foot yesterday has been identified as Billy Ray Watkins. The 51-year-old died at the scene Saturday afternoon when he was hit by a van on the freeway near the Martin Luther King exit. There were 2 adults and 4 children in the van. None were injured. I-96 was closed for hours to investigate. One man has been charged with murder following the discovery of grisly bodies in the Detroit River on Tuesday. 39-year-old Roger Bowling could face life in prison if convicted. Prosecutors say he was a house guest in Detroit and killed his hosts. The bodies were mutilated. They had no heads, feet, or hands. The victims were 42-year-old Chris Hall and his fiancée, Danielle Greenway. Several beaches in St. Clair County have been reopened as crews try to clean up the tugboat and barge that flipped in Lake Huron. The 4 beaches were closed yesterday after a fresh oil leak was spotted from the wreckage. That leak has now been contained. Meanwhile, crews are trying to raise the tugboat so it can be taken to shore. The boat and the barge sank on Thursday after a storm hit the lake. A small fire shut down a road earlier today. Delta River Drive west of Weaverly was shut down due to sparks from an electric power line around 9 this morning. The connector to the line failed and sparks caught the dry grass on fire. Firefighters were able to put it out shortly after it started. The road was only closed for about an hour. BWL workers were able to fix the connector. One of Mid-Michigan's most popular races was held today in Okemos. Ellie's Race, a 5K race to support Ellie's Place, a healing center for grieving children. Our own David Andrews ran in the event this morning. You can see him there. The head of Ellie's Place says the people running in the event understand why they are there.
I look forward to it every year. This mission is to our community.
The event included a 1-mile run for kids, face painting, and prizes for the top 5 finishers in each division. A memory wall was displayed for participants to post names and photos of loved ones who have passed away. Hot and muggy out today. Is there possibly any rain? Laura Hartman is here for your full 7-day forecast next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast from the Weather Authority.
It was a beautiful weekend out there, a little warm, but not too many interruptions, no showers that I saw.
No showers yet. We have had a slight chance for showers this evening, but they just aren't here yet. They are coming into the area though, and you can expect some showers overnight. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar composition, and you can see a hot one. A lot of us at work enjoying the air conditioner, but if you don't have anything to do, if you want to take the kids outside, perfect time to go shopping for some school supplies. I know a lot of us see those out and you just shrug and you don't want to think about it just yet, but we're starting our yearly effort already to collect school supplies for local kids, and that runs through August 20th.
It's a great way to help families out.
Certainly is, and you can stay cool at the same time.
All right. Thanks, Laura. We'll be right back. Anthony Sabella has Sports Sunday next. Before we get to Sports Sunday, this is the part of the show where we normally take a look at the box office hits, but following the tragedy in Colorado, Hollywood studios are aligning in a rare show of solidarity. Sony, Fox, Disney, and Universal are joining Dark Knight Rises distributor Warner Brothers in withholding their box office numbers for the weekend. Warner Brothers said it would wait until Monday to release its revenue report out of respect for the families. Box office estimates are routinely released every Sunday as movie studios compete for bragging rights. Now turning to Sports Sunday, this is the part where Laura and I leave, but Anthony Savelle's here and he's got some great stuff on tap.
Yep, coming up on Sports Sunday, the Tigers go for the sweep against the Chicago White Sox, and they hit some major milestones along the way. Find out what happened next.